Hello gamers, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be talking about the Into the Fray update that comes out June 8th, and I'll be talking about the biggest changes such as the castle revamp, the victory emotes, the portal towns, the journey's end spell, and so much more. So stay tuned to see everything that is extremely changing in the world of Albion. And in the description below, I'll be having the patch notes so you can see every small change. And with that said, let's get straight into the video. Starting off with one of the changes is the daily activities. So say you log in by yourself or with your friends and you guys don't know what to do. Well, these daily activities show you what you can do, and they're also adding special events where you get more fame for these specific events such as Hellgates, crafting, fame farm, and so on. It's a very good change. It makes people want to try out different parts of the game, such as if you don't want a solo dungeon until you see this update or this daily activity that says, hey, you get more fame and stuff if you do a solo dungeon, for example. I think it's a very needed change. It should have been a change that happened earlier, but thank God they finally decided to put it in now. My third to second favorite change in this update are the portal towns. The portal towns are pretty much replacing the 3 portals that go into the Black Zone from each city. These portal towns, you would go in there and you could do anything that you could do in Bridgewatch. It shares the chest, it shares the market, there's even a crystal lady to talk to queue up for crystals, there's a repair bench, and there's a travel planner also, so you can travel between your islands just to be in the portal town. This makes it so you don't need to go through Bridgewatch all cluttered and go through everyone just to go to your spot. This makes it a lot easier, safer, and more convenient. And they also changed the invisibility potion where it's set in a time frame and not the first zone. So if you have a fast mount, you can go through about 2.5 zones invisible, which is also a ganker nerf because there used to be a lot of portal gankers. This nerfs portal gankers extremely. This makes portal gankers and other gankers be forced to go into the Black Zone even deeper. And I honestly don't know about this change. I think it's a good change to the visibility pot. I think the portal town change is amazing. It was very needed, and it helps players get into the Black Zone from the Royals. Another change is the magic staff overhaul tree. It is such a good update for this because they pretty much upgraded every icon, every model, and some spells, so it makes it feel like a refreshing little breeze for magic users. You can see that your weapon has more updated graphics on it. Hopefully they do this with other weapons and armors. I know they've updated armor a couple years ago, but it might be time for another upgrade because it's starting to look outdated. A small but neat change is the graphical or resource value change in Albion Online. They updated it to make it look more pretty and easier to see for newer and old players. I honestly love this. As you can see with the stone, it's a 0.3, and you can see little butterflies. It's really nice. Another change is the victory emotes and the Twitch drops. The Twitch drops is something that we don't know too much about, but they will give us more information soon. With the victory emotes, imagine you're playing World of Warcraft. For the people that did play World of Warcraft, you killed your enemy faction and you wanted to show them that you were always better than them. So you drop the flag down with the thumbs down or your alliance or forward flag, and it was a really cool thing. It showed kind of culture in a way. It was a really toxic culture. I'm not sure why they did this, but it's a cool change in its own way, and pretty much you can do that now with your guild and some leaves, tombstones, and stuff like that. It's a really good silver sync as well if you are one of those players. It is a decent price, and if you do not like anything like this, if you think it's too toxic, you can't bear to see this on your screen, then you can simply remove it so you do not see something like this. They are also implementing cosmetic community tokens where you can buy cosmetics, but we do not know too much about that. We just know if you salvage some other cosmetics, you get tokens for it, and you can buy it at the vanity vendor. A small queue change is the training dummies within the guild islands. You need a full leveled guild island to access these training dummies, and they even increase the arena by a very little bit, but it also makes it pretty neat to see how much damage you are doing without having to duel people anymore. Another good change is the non-lethal crystals and arenas with their ranking system and cosmetic rewards, because it helps people move out into the 5v5 scene a lot easier without losing anywhere near as much loot and money. So it makes people want to go out and try new things in the world of Albion, which we should have. We should have things that we could try out. That's the whole point of a sandbox, trying out new things. So go out there and square up. The biggest change happening in Albion Online in this update is the castle revamp. I remember back in beta 2 of August 2016 where we had the exact same castle layout. Let me be clear, it's been over 5 years since this has been a change. That's how important this change is to me. The whole layout is different. You don't need a demo hammer in your hands anymore to slam the gates. I can actually be a tank now in castles. Wow, that's amazing. And they also changed how the chests work. Now each different castle, depending on what happens, the rarity is different. So there might be more loot in one chest than another. And not all of them are gonna spawn at the same time. So this means more people are gonna fight in the same castles. It's gonna make the game feel a lot smaller in some ways. So you don't have to go so far to find a fight. You know where it's probably gonna be. It's gonna be in that place, or in that place, or in that place. It's not gonna be in 50 different castles. Not all 50 different castles are gonna have the same chest pop at the same time. It's gonna be random. It's gonna be different. You're gonna know when it pops because there's gonna be a timer. So hopefully it like increases more fights in castles. They also need to increase the crystal points you get from it. Maybe if it's not even enough loot after this rarity update, that you go for more like of a more upgrade for loot and stuff, because the thing is, us CvZ guilds, we lose so much money in such a short amount of time. From each fight we lose hundreds of mils like each week, and these castles are not worth to fight over. That's the thing. Territories are a lot more worth it than castles at the moment. The last but not least change in Albion's Fray update is the Journey's back spell. The spell is a 10-second cast with a 60-second cooldown where you return to your home. Your home could be either in the Royals, your island, or your hideout. It matters. Wherever you can set your home, that's where you can teleport to. A lot of people don't like this change because say you want to like go back home in the Black Zone and there's gankers there. Well, you pretty much like just teleport back home, and the gankers don't like that. They want to gank you. So it has like its ups and downs. Depends who you are, and honestly it's a little bit of a Care Bear change, but you know, nothing you can really do about it, and it might be a good change. You don't know. We haven't seen it go out and play. Like, we didn't play with it yet, so I honestly think it's a very unique spell, and they honestly threw a haymaker with this change, so we'll see what happens with it. And that's it. That's every big change that I honestly think is worth mentioning in this update. There are a lot of small changes, so just keep that in mind. I put in the description below about all the patch notes, so you can take a look at that. And with that, have a good one, everyone. Don't forget about the new season, June 11th, baby.